Hey, it's Brian again, and I want to help you break out of research mode today because it's absolutely keeping you stuck and it's killing you. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and I took a poll inside of my community mindset school, and I asked them this question. Let me blow my screen up here, which is, where are you at with your business and what's the biggest block? Drop your biggest block, bottleneck in the comments. So this is one of the things that I do. Like, guys, this is how you do research, and I'm going to go more into that in this video, but this was the poll. So I first want to tell you where most people are at. So 100 people voted, 104 people voted, 71 votes. So that's about 68%. So 70% are stuck in this research mode. Then, some launch but no sales. I have sales but can't scale. Launch but haven't pulled the trigger yet. So some people will build the business all the way up to the launch phase and never launch. There's a whole set of reasons why people don't do that. A lot of it's fear-based. But before we can cure this, I first want you guys to understand that whenever you have a problem that you can't solve, research phase is the problem, not your business idea. I'm in research phase. I can't stop doing research. That's the problem. That's the thing you have to solve. Otherwise, it doesn't make any difference what business you pick. Before we can solve the problem, we have to first understand why it is a problem. Why are we in research mode? And that's step one to this. I'm going to share with you 3 things today, and then including a plan of action of how to get out of this. But we first have to understand why we're here. And simple, number one, we're conditioned to do research from the time that we're kids. We're told, study before the test, do your homework, do your research. How many times have you said on social media or heard somebody say, do your research before you comment on something? Make sure you know everything about it before you start. And that carries into business. And that's why this occurs, this 70%, that's why this occurs. Research is safe. It feels safe. It feels productive, like we're actually doing something. But it's really just procrastination with a nicer label. It's a fancy label. You can't fail if you never launch. That feels safe. It's the truth. If you don't launch the business, you can't ever fail. So you stay in research mode because you're trying to protect yourself. Then there's this perfection myth, which is we want to see the entire business, the entire staircase, which is the business, before we even take the first step. We believe there's a perfect plan. We believe there's a perfect idea waiting to be discovered if we just dig hard enough. If we just research more, I know that I'll be able to make this recession-proof, fail-proof, all the things. And you just cannot do that. And the ironic part is you can't do that. And yet you're still stuck in this research mode. And there is no perfect plan. There really isn't. And there doesn't have to be, because you can't be perfect in business. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make errors. You are going to have failures. You're going to have roadblocks, and that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how life is. And we're trying to avoid that. And again, I just think it's just something that we're conditioned to do. We're just conditioned to believe this. So now that we understand, okay, here's the truth. This is a little maybe over the top, but I mean this to drive a point home, is that research doesn't matter, right? It's like, you need to know that the market exists for the product or service or the lane that you're going to go into. No business has ever been built by knowing everything before they started, not a single one. And I would challenge you to tell me otherwise. I mean, you just can't do it. And that's what we're trying to do. We're in research mode. We're trying to game it in our favor. And really, the way to do this is to make sure that you just are simply in a market where there's buyers. Like, does the market exist? And then you can find a lane where you can make money. And then the only research that truly counts, and I learned this the hard way, is real world feedback from actually talking to people, talking to the potential buyers. You learn 100 times faster, probably 1,000 times faster by testing an offer with real people than you do by reading another article, watching a YouTube video, listening to a podcast, buying another course, signing up for another workshop, whatever it is. Like, there's nothing that works better than actually talking to real human beings, the real buyers, the ones with the credit cards. The marketplace tells you what works. Like, who's better? Who's better at validating your offer? Me, a real person with a credit card, or ChatGPT or Google? Real human beings are the ones who are going to tell you whether or not they want the thing that you're thinking about helping them with. So you got to get out there and mix it up with real live human beings. So here's the action plan. Here it is right here. Here's how to get out of research mode and stop being the 70% and quit having your bank account be mad at you all the time because you can't get out of research mode. Pick one problem. Just pick one problem that you know how to solve, and don't look for the perfect niche. So much effort and time and energy is spent on, like, I got to know what niche, I got to have my audience dialed in, I got to niche down like 7 layers deep. It's like, no, you don't. And you can start broad at the beginning. When you've never made $1 online, you've never started an online business, like, you got to let go of this. You have to let go of this. You need the market. Pick one problem in that market that you can solve, whether it's something that you have helped yourself with, like you've solved your own problem. People are asking you for help in real life, saying, hey, can you help me with this? I'm really good at it. Or problems at your 9-to-5 job. And you're usually good at something in your 9-to-5 job because you're getting paid for your skills. And you're usually really, really good in your 9-to-5 job at something because everyone comes to you and says, oh, you're really good at this. You're the go-to person for this. Think about that. That's a problem that you could solve. You can help other people with. Write a 1-page solution, or 2 or 3, whatever it is. Get your knowledge on paper, PDF, Google Doc, or a Loom video. It doesn't need to be fancy. Then share it with people. Make an offer. Share it with someone you know, friend, coworker, online group, and ask for feedback. Charge $10, charge $20. Hell, make it free. Give it to them for free. And don't tell me you don't have an email list. We all have people that we know. You may not have a conventional email list built from social media, but you do have people that you know, and that is a list. And you just need 5 to 10 people. Go give them the thing. Ask them to use it. Once they use it, did it help you? What else do you need help with? What else could I have done better? What else do you want? Then ask them this very important question, especially if you give it to them for free, which would be, what would you have paid for this? What would you have been willing to pay for this if I charged money for it? And just let them answer. $25, $50, $100. And if you ask 5 people and all of them say around close to the same price, like, that's your price. And now you don't have to go back and do all this research because you just had people tell you who use the product, tell you exactly what they would be willing to pay for it, tell you what needs to be better, what else they would need. Use that feedback to improve and quit Googling forever because they are not going to be able to tell you. The customer tells you. They are the ones with the credit cards. They are the buyers. They're the ones who will tell you what to do, whether or not it's valuable. Not you, not anyone else. The actual people who are buying the product and using the product. What to do next? Very simple. Stop overthinking and take the first messy action. That's how you get out of research mode. Overthinking is the gateway drug to all of the other entrepreneurial killers: procrastination, analysis paralysis, imposter syndrome, all the things that keep you stuck. And once again, keep your bank account mad at you because there's not more money in it and you want more money. And that's why you are doing all this research, because you want more money and you want a different life. And overthinking has never, ever helped you. Not one time has overthinking ever helped you. Okay. It might have helped you in school, right? When you were trying to pass a test, but this isn't a test. Okay. This is real life here. This is business, and you need to stop letting overthinking run you. Okay. And you need to start taking that first messy action, get the feedback. I promise you that if you do this, if you are able to follow this action plan right here, you will be out of research mode. You will free yourself of this burden of thinking that you can plan your way to success when you have to act your way to success. That's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one.